Alright everyone, we are here with what turned out to be an actually true rumor. I said it might not be real, but it turns out it was. It's a little... the pricing is a little off. Let's just talk about it, shall we? So obviously we got the 3 Lego sets that were sort of leaked before. Also being open individual tabs, because they got some interesting things. I mean, first of all, we got tiny buildable Bumpy. I can't pretend like I'm excited for this. This is just, I guess other people might like it. It is fully posable. It took a nut out of my playbook for building a nice fully posable model with a movable head, tail, legs, everything. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just not something I'm super excited for. It's like, oh, that's pretty neat, I guess, but, it's the cheapest item here at $25, which makes it, 400 pieces is not terrible. On the next few, which are going to be a little crazy. But they are very exciting for their own interesting, obviously for their own reasons. We have, of course, a new model, Dinosaur Mission Stegosaurus Discovery. And that is a new model, completely. I mean, the legs are probably the old Triceratops legs, but that makes sense, that's perfectly fine. A new body, a new head, it's a Stegosaurus. It looks very, very cool. It looks partially inspired by, like a olive green Lost World Stegosaurus. It only has 420 pieces and is $65. Ooh. And it's because of the dinosaur probably, but these prices, man, they're just going out of whack. $65 gets you a brand new AAA game or get you 400 pieces in one dinosaur. And the builds just keep, all these builds just really look like they belong in, more like junior sets than anything else, and this is really where I think the problems are going to start. As awesome as it is that there's a Stegosaurus, and this is very clearly like a continuation of the previous line we talked about. Look, hey, wait, is that the same? That's the same gray raptor we got in the, and then we got the start of the year. I don't even know recolor for that one. We get a tiny, like, freaking barely taller than a minifigure tree with a squirrel. A van at least seats 2 people. The same raptor we got in the other set, and a admittedly very cool new Stegosaurus. It is very neat. I like the Stegosaurus, but it's $65. And that's not even anything compared to what's coming up next. So this is really cool. We got a new model. Lego stepping up their game. They're finally making new models a whole bunch so we can get access to new things, and they're charging $65 for a Stegosaurus. Alright, quick little edit in here to point out something that somebody in my Discord pointed out to me. I failed to notice a really big problem with the Stegosaurus. The tail is completely rigid. Unlike the Ankylosaurus, there is no flexible tail joint that allows you to swing it around. There is no, ball. I forget what the joint's called, but you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the Ankylosaurus, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on, Lego. Really? There's like 2 whole herbivores with tail defense weaponry is like their main thing, and only one of them gets a tail joint to swing it around. Stegosaurus model looks great beyond this. I didn't even have a problem with it at first, but now that I noticed that, just why? Why is the Stegosaurus given a rigid tail? Oh my god. I know this isn't going to be a big deal for a lot of people, but I mean, shouldn't it be consistent? Shouldn't the 2, and I want to make sure this is important, the 2 primary creatures with tail-based weaponry in the dinosaur kingdom, that only one of them gets a tail flexible so that the tail joint so that it can swing it around. Just what were they thinking? They made a great sculpt, it looks amazing, and they still managed to find a way to mess it up. It's so frustrating. It's so Lego. Like, let's be real. The Allosaurus had a problem. Stegosaurus has a problem. They can't help themselves. They have to find something to make just slightly wrong about everything they do with the Jurassic Park sets. I mean, the set itself is already pretty lame, and then they come out and do this. $65, no tail mobility. Come on. Just... ugh. I'm making a big deal out of it. It's not nearly as big a deal as I'm making it up, but it's still very disappointing. That's it, really. And then this one. They were saying this is going to be a recolored T-Rex. At least it didn't turn out to be that. It is an actual Allosaurus. Of course, they're using the T-Rex base, so because Lego only makes small and large creatures, there are no medium creatures. They don't exist. We've got the sort of the new Indominus Rex hands, which makes sense with 3 fingers. It's got the spiky back of the Indominus. It's actually more Indominus than T-Rex, I guess, because it's using all the spiky parts, which makes sense because that's how the Allosaurus looks. And of course, the only new part is the head sculpt. But this thing is $90 for one car and an ATV. That's cool. It's a cool carrier truck, I'm not gonna lie. And that's a really awesome looking Allosaurus. But $90? 90. Holy smokes. Coming August 1st. They're saying it's in June. That makes a lot more sense, actually. Both those are August. This is also August. So we have a long time until these arrive. And, I mean, as cool as it is, I just can't deny that it's so expensive, man. And also, that bottom jaw is really thin. What's up with that? Alright, quick little edit here to do a little comment. I noticed something, thanks to some people in my Discord, that I thought that Allosaurus' jaw looked really off, that it was really thin on the bottom for some reason, and they pointed it out to me, something I didn't realize. That's the Baryonyx bottom jaw. Now, compared to using, the Indoraptor body for the Therizinosaurus and the Indoraptor's, clawed legs for the Therizinosaurus and the Baryonyx, this is not nearly as much of an issue as, those actual inaccuracies. This is more just kind of weird looking. But I can't pretend like I'm not just a little disappointed in that. Like, we really couldn't squeeze just a slightly altered, less thin bottom jaw. The head sculpt top looks really nice. And everything else is perfect, but apparently they just couldn't squeeze out that extra budget for the bottom jaw to not look so thin and weak. But, it is what it is, I guess. It's not the worst, but it's still not very good. And I'm gonna say, they have changed models from one version to the next. Like we saw, the Indominus got these new hands that are being used on this Allosaurus. I'm gonna say this is a problem, and I'm gonna hope that in future, when future, set releases come out, someone can come in and fix this bottom jaw with some new mold budget later. We'll see, though, because they didn't do it for the Baryonyx, but you know what? Fingers crossed, we can just point this out and say, hey, this is really dumb, and maybe they'll fix it in the future. Unlikely, but hey, you know what? We can try. Anyways, because this set is basically like that one T-Rex transport truck. In fact, give me a sec. Alright, so here we are looking at the set that is practically the exact same thing. 609 pieces. This one has 508 pieces. It contains a truck and a large Tyrannosaur dinosaur. This contains a truck and a large Tyrannosaur dinosaur. It causes an extra as an ATV. Extra as this little weird thing. This thing retailed for $70. This is retailing for $90. The price for something this simple has gone up $20 since the last time we saw it. I feel like this is unsustainable. They can't just keep increasing the prices like that, man. I mean, what was $90 back then? That's $130. $80 was a Carnotaurus set, and nothing even was besides this, and that's a whole Lockwood Mansion with like 100,000 pieces. But yeah, this is the closest we get. But I mean, look how much more you got with the $80 set. You got this nice gyrosphere build with some trees, and you got a similar truck with a detachable in the back. You got a gyrosphere and an extra bit. We don't even get the extra like nice mini build on the side. We just get truck, small ATV, and a weird drone. That's it. And as cool as the Allosaurus is, I can't deny these prices are going completely insane. It's so cool that we're getting these sets, but they are so expensive. I mean, it's 25, 65, 90, 180 for 3 sets. 180 for 3 sets. 130 for this, or you could spend, way more and get significantly less. You get a whole building with that other one, but this one you get a truck. You get 2 trucks. You get an ATV, you get a little bit, and a tree, and a dinosaur baby thing that looks a little cursed. New models are cool. We're getting 2 Jurassic creatures, very nice. It's like my Allosaurus over there. I built a while ago. Trying to get the Lego official version of it. But I can't deny and pretend like these prices aren't completely insane. The idea of the sets are cool. The prices are not. Either way, I have to wait till August to get my hands on these, and when that happens, I can talk about them. They'll probably be stupidly overpriced, and the builds won't be worth it, but the new dinosaurs will be really cool to have. Oh, man. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm still thinking about those Walmart knockoffs that are like $40, and you can get significantly more than anything here. Man. Man, oh man.